Hello guys, Sue Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 244. Today read you Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock, to travel to Washington. So let's read it now, shall we? So we got for us. Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock, to travel to Washington, written and illustrated by my friend, Devon Miller. Anyway. Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock, and here we go. Travel to Washington, written and illustrated by my friend Devon Miller. Hang on, let me just take off my Apple Watch because it's gonna get have some necessary ringing noises going on here. Anyway. One day at Coco Island, which is located at nearby the Florida Keys, little Ricky just was watching TV until he heard the doorbell ring. Ding dong, ding dong. Now, the best idea was a great accomplishment when it comes to this book, so very good on that. So, very good on this whole thing, so yeah. Next page. Anyway. Hey Dad, there's a huge package outside. Excuse me for misspoke. Anyway. Little Ricky said. Package, who is it for? Asked Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock. I don't know, Little Ricky said. Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock brought the heavy package inside. So yeah, it was great to be in this great ideas in any way. So yeah. There you go on that. Next page. Anyway. Mrs. Tickety-Toc Clock set the package down. It was addressed to Washington, D.C. Okay, Mrs. Tickety-Toc Clock then opened the box. Then when Mrs. Tickety-Toc Clock opened the box, he got a huge surprise. In the box was a black and white puppy. A real orange kitten, a green parrot, and a gray baby elephant. Wow. It all makes sense now, so there you go on that. Although people cannot see the brightness in the book, so there you go. Next page. Anyway. As the animals stepped out in the box, they started to get going wild. Wow. The puppy barked, the cat made scratches on the wall. Ease. The bird knocked over the vase of flowers, and the elephant made tracks in the whole house. Ease. Can we keep them? Asked little Ricky. I don't think so, said Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock said. Thank you. Uh-oh, it's time. It's time. Ring, ring. Had to do something about this, so, very going that. It's time to take the animals home now. Exactly. Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock and the animals boarded the train so Mr. Tickety-Toc Clock could take them home. The train rode through the south side Sunshine State of Florida. If you watch this, Billy, this for you, buddy. So yeah, it was a great idea to make this all happening, you know. That's just me, of course. Next page. Anyway. Let me turn off this light here so I can all see. Oh, that's not good. There we go. The train traveled through the state of Georgia, which is my home state, by the way. The state of Louisiana, that is in shape like a boot. The train also traveled through the state of Texas, okay? Texas is a state where you can rope cows and ride horses. Exactly. At least do something about this. So, there you go on that. Next page. Anyway. They rode through lots of states until they got to California, which is Alex Perez's home state. But anyway, Mr. Tickety-Toc spotted the Hollywood sign. Exactly. It took them days by plane, car, and foot. But they made it to Washington. Mr. Tickety-Toc looked at the address. The package was animals was supposed to be getting the apartment. I don't know about this. We'll just see what happens. Next page. Anyway. Knock knock. Miss Tickety-Toc rapped at the door. A grown woman stepped out and to see a red clock in the box. Hello, miss. Mr. Tickety-Toc said. Is this your package, he asked? Oh man. The lady was suspending the package. Wasn't inspecting the package, yeah. The lady read the package carefully. The package is addressed to Washington State. The lady said it was addressed to Washington, D.C. You read it wrong. Thank you. To Washington, D.C. Yeah, by the way, I was addressed because, number one, I've been to Washington, D.C. once, and it will be my second next year. Be look out for that. And secondly, it was great to be in Washington, D.C., so there you go, in 2013. Next page. Anyway, in the snap, Mr. Tickety-Toc and the animals were back on the road, traveling from state to state, to travel through South Dakota where they could see Mount Rushmore. Exactly. At least there's something about this. So there you go. Next page. Anyway, another state that trade stopped in it was New York, also known as the Big Apple. There they spotted the Statue of Liberty. Gotta do something about this, even though it's New York, throughout the home state, of some of my friends, That should be cool. My friends, Chris and Nick Kruger. If you watch this now, just be you guys out there. Next page. Anyway, Mr. Tickety-Toc was getting tired and worn out. But he knew he couldn't give up now. He could get these animals back home. The only problem was he didn't know which way to go. Excuse me, Mr. Tickety-Toc shouted as he waved to get someone's attention. Sir, can you tell me which way I go to get to Washington, D.C.? Asked Mr. Tickety-Toc. Just keep going that way, the man in the suit pointed. Thank you. At least just do something about this whole thing. That's just me, of course. Next page. Anyway, Mr. Tickety-Toc and the animals finally made it to Washington, D.C., that is. Mr. Tickety-Toc knocked on the door. Hello, Mr. Tickety-Toc said. Does these animals belong to you? OMG, the lady shouted excitedly. Thank you. Quick, follow me, she said. I'm Debbie, by the way. Wow, it all makes sense now for these nowadays classic books these days. So there you go. Next page. Anyway, and they followed the lady. As they followed the lady, they passed the White House. Wow, it all makes sense now in any way. So there you go. Even though it's a animal crossing guard, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyway, well, here we are at the petting zoo. Debbie said, thank you for bringing these animals back. And the animals head in their pens. They gathered around Mr. Tickety-Toc and gave him the final goodbye hug. Wow. Well, Mr. Tickety-Toc was still petting the animals. Debbie spotted the president. It's Barack Obama, I guess. Anyway, Hi, Mr. President. Are you here to see the animals with your daughters? Debbie asked. Yes, I am, the president replied. Mr. President, I have to tell you a story, Debbie said excitedly. Debbie told him about Mr. Tickety-Toc clock and the animals. Exactly. At least do something about the clock and the previous two books, which I mentioned in Bedtime Stories episode. So there you go on that. Next page. Anyway. Mr. Tickety-Toc clock, I'd like to thank you, the president said to him, and it means a lot to that you would help these animals back home. And for that, I'll give you a medal. The president continued, you deserve it. The end. So that was that for that book, and it was maybe amazing. So there you go. So that was Mr. Tickety-Toc clock. Let's just say the travel to Washington. What did I think about this book? I think it was amazing. So far, this book was a success. That was Bedtime Stories episode number 244. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. Next one's going to be Bedtime Stories episode number 245, which is going to be about Mr. Tickety-Toc clock. It's time to read. Now, I gotta edit this episode and post on social media and other things like that. So there you go on that. Before I just bought this for you, buddy. Till next time, Sue Joseph Bob, so baby. Good morning, Mr. Pursue. To visit out. See ya.